Hello, my friends. How is everybody? I am waiting, as you know, for StreamYard and Facebook to play nice with each other. There we go. I see me live in the group. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. I am so happy to see you. Today is a beautiful day in Arkansas. The sun is out, and I hope, fingers crossed, that we are on the road to spring-like temperatures because I'm tired of the cold. You guys know how I like to do things around here. I am using StreamYard. So you may be seeing me live in my free Facebook group, over on LinkedIn, or on my YouTube channel. Wherever you're coming in from, I am glad you're here. And if you're watching by replay, let me know that too. So today, when you saw the title of this training, what did you think when I said social media, it's not for selling? Did you think, wow, Tracy has lost her mind? And now that I say that, you're like, that's, normal for me. But seriously, though, social media, it's not for selling. And I hope I've got your curiosity piqued, because stick with me and I will share why. But first, just in case we are brand new to each other and we've never met before, I want to introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit about me. I am Tracy Beavers. I'm a business and sales coach with over 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth. And about 7 years ago, I became finally fed up with my corporate career, and I hatched a plan to fully exit. And I built this business that you see now for about a year and a half, alongside that stressful corporate job and 2 busy kids that played every sport that had a ball. But when I was finally able to exit corporate in my second full year of doing just business and sales coaching in the online space, I busted through the 6-figure ceiling, and I have not looked back. So if you have left your corporate job and you're building your own business and you're wondering, when is your income going to get stable and when are you going to get there? I share that with you to inspire you. And if you're sitting in a cubicle like I was, wondering, is this all there is? And you really want to build something of your own, reach out to me and let's talk about it. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. I teach all organic visibility and list growth strategies. And I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs and small business owners just like you over the years to get visible, grow your email list, because that is what gets us that consistent monthly income that we really want. The strategies that I teach are very different. I am not the same old list growth coach. I teach you how to get your list growth happening automatically every day in the background of your business without thinking about paid ads and without being told to create yet another free lead magnet and put it out on social. And if you are, if you are headed into March 2025, can you believe it's almost March? And you're thinking, I think it's time to hire a coach. I want you to reach out to me, DM me, send me a DM over on Facebook. You can find me at Tracy Lane Beavers. Send me a DM. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about what's going on. And let's see if working together is the answer for you. So pop your comments and questions into the chat as I go along. I'm just going to check really fast and make sure that everything is working. I think it is. I don't see any comments yet. I'm going to type in, hey friends, and see if I can get that going. All right, let's jump in. Hopefully, I have you hanging on the edge of your seat when I said social media is not for selling. I'm going to share with you why. Because when it comes to social media, this is what most people think. Most people think that's where the sales are made. But the truth is, that's an illusion. And it's an illusion because it rarely works that way. Let's talk about why. You've been in the online space probably a long time, like I have. You know what I mean when I say a sales funnel, moving your ideal client from awareness of you through to being a buyer. I like to call it a conveyor belt. That's easier for me to visualize, like those, the moving sidewalk at the airport where you get on at the one end and it just moves you through. Okay, same thing. I like to call it a conveyor belt. So we're moving our ideal audience from knowing who you are, knowing your expertise, becoming more aware of you, your heart, your style. They come to, as you move them through the conveyor belt, they come to realize that you are their best solution and they end up buying. So thinking through this process, most people are not ready to buy when they first see your content. And you've heard me say this before, and other people probably too. It's not new. When it comes to our ideal clients, we can't just sit down next to them and say, hey, you're cute, let's get married, right? Most people need a warm-up time. They need a warm-up period. They want to know about you. They want to make sure, first of all, that you are who you say you are, especially in this online space when it's like the wild, wild west sometimes. There are so many people charging exorbitant amounts of money and not delivering on the promises that they're selling people, which that's a whole soapbox for another time. So we need to give people a warm-up period. Let them know that we are who we say we are, that you are the expert they're looking for. And then they come to realize that, yes, indeed, they do want to marry you, right? But that takes time. So our social media content is what you'll hear called a top of funnel strategy. Or for me, it's the getting onto the conveyor belt strategy. It's a first touch point, and therefore it can't be the conversion point. I'm going to repeat that. Social media is a first touch point. Therefore, it cannot be the conversion point, or very rarely is it the conversion point. And so you may be thinking, okay, Tracy, that makes perfect sense. If what you're saying is true, then what is the true purpose of social media? And why am I breaking my neck, exhausting myself, making content for something that's not going to automatically bring me sales? Great question. I'm so glad you asked. So our social media content and our platforms are used to attract, nurture, not aggressively sell. We want to pull our ideal clients to us. You've heard me talk about marketing in terms of push and pull. Push marketing is buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. It's radio ads, it's TV ads, it's billboards, it's in your face, buy my thing. Pull marketing is attracting our ideal clients to us, pulling them in by the content that we share, getting them offline and onto our email lists or into a DM conversation. That's where the true connection and relationship can be established. And we do this using valuable freebies, lead magnets, things you know that your audience cannot wait to grab. They see it and they're like, oh my gosh, Tracy has the solution for me, and they cannot wait to opt in. And we do this using a free Facebook group. You guys have heard me say my free Facebook group grows my list by hundreds of people every single month. A free Facebook group, that's an easy and excited yes for your ideal clients to want to join, because you are going to shortcut their learning curve on all the things that you're an expert at that they're wanting to learn in that community. And we do our best to connect as a human being with another human being in the DMs to have a human conversation and make a human connection. So by now you can probably see where the sales for your business actually happen. The sales conversions happen in the inboxes, landing in the living room of your ideal client. And they happen in the direct messages, in the private DMs, private messages, whatever you want to call them, on whatever platform you're on, in conversations. Sales conversions do not happen in the comments section of the post you just made. So having an email list of your ideal clients, having an engaged list of your ideal clients, this warms up your leads over time through that conveyor belt, where you are far more likely to convert them into buyers. Real connections, real conversations, human to human, talking to your ideal client. Who are they? What do they do? Uncovering their needs, creating trust. That's where sales and referrals happen. Conversations, collaborations, and trust. And one of the ways I have been super effective establishing genuine connections and moving my ideal clients along the conveyor belt from awareness to purchase is by having a very organized system to track them. You guys have heard me talk about GroupTrack, the CRM system that I've been using since last summer. Game changer. I am able to effectively not allow any leads to fall through the cracks anymore. And I'm able to effectively remember the notes of a conversation I had with somebody so that I can more effectively establish that connection and that relationship and uncover their needs in a better way. It's called GroupTrack. I'm going to pop my affiliate link into the comments really fast here over on Facebook. With my affiliate link, you get a 14-day free trial. Definitely one of the best things I've ever done for my business. Let me see if I can see the comments. 1 second. Here we go. There we go. There's the comments. I love it. Hey, Susie Moon is here. Olga's here. Sandrilla, or is it Sandria? I hope I said your name correctly. Ashley's here. I love it. Okay. Couldn't see the comments there for a while. You gotta love live video, right? Okay, so GroupTrack is an effective way. Get a CRM system, even if all you use is a shoebox with note cards in it. It's just when you're just starting out, have some sort of a system that allows you to track all the people you're talking to, all the conversations you're having, so that you can move these people along the conveyor belt of your business. So if you want more information about GroupTrack, just reach out to me and ask me. So At this point in this training, you're probably thinking, okay, Tracy, this sounds great. But how do I ask my ideal client to join me? How do I close the sale? You guys, that is something I've mastered and I can teach you. It's an excellent topic for one of my 45-minute one-to-one sessions that I've got available to you. And I want to share that with you because I did one 45-minute one-to-one session for a gal whose sales conversions had stalled. We reworked her sales verbiage. Later that day, she had 2 sales calls. She closed both clients for well over $5,800. So if you need help with your sales verbiage and closing the sale, reach out and let me know that. But I do have a free training on that for you. And gosh, I'm full of links today. So I'm going to go over and pop that into the chat. Now, one second. This free guide is Selling Without Selling, and it is going to help you dive deeper into the topic of sales, overcoming those roadblocks when it comes to having that conversation about sales. But I want you to remember, when it comes to the topic at hand today, social media content, it has a purpose. We have to be, if we're going to grow an online business, we have to be on social media. Love it or hate it, that's the truth. Now, if you're just starting out, I don't want you to try to be on all the platforms all the time. That's exhausting, and you're not going to be able to be consistent with it. I want you to pick one platform, go all in on it, get it converting for you before you move on to another platform. I chose Facebook. Facebook is a great platform. It is still the #1 platform in the world, regardless of how I feel about what the leadership of Facebook is doing or some of the decisions they've been making. I am using it as a marketing tool to reach my audience so that I can help more online business owners grow their businesses and get the income that they want. That's my focus. So social media is a tool for us to stay visible and pull our clients offline to our email list or slightly offline into having a DM conversation. That is where the relationship is going to be built. That is where the connection is going to be made. That is where you're going to be able to really uncover their needs. That is where you're going to be able to make the sale. So I'm going to hop over and see if anybody has any questions. I don't see any questions from LinkedIn or YouTube today. I'm so glad y'all made it today too. Ashley said she never gets to listen to a live, but she's here. I love it. And Olga said the same thing. I love it. I love that y'all are here. Hey, Lauren, good to see you. All right. I don't see any questions for today. If you have any questions for me after you've watched this on replay, just reach out and let me know. I am an open book. My DMs are always open to you guys. I want you to be here live every single Thursday at 11:30 Central. I want you to put it on your Google Calendar and set a phone alarm so you don't miss it. And you hear me say this every single week, you guys, don't try to go this alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. Some days everybody wants to buy what you're selling, and other days nobody can remember your name. And if you think you are alone in that, you are so not alone. We all feel that way. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out and you're brand new, or you've been in the game 15 years and you're making $1 gazillion. We all have days where we feel like that. That's where it's necessary to get into a community of support where you can be with other people that are doing the same thing you are. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And I want you to remember that when one of us rises, we all rise. So that is why we have got to keep cheering each other on. And I will see you guys next week for another training. Next week, we are going to talk about why people ghost you when it comes to your email and DMs and text messages and all the ways you communicate and what's really happening behind it and how you can fix it. I hope I just piqued your interest on that. All right. I'll talk to you guys next week.